blessed. Every so often an artist comes along whose energy and observations and passion for the music and his people jumps out of the recordings and takes you into that intimacy of the studio, the engineer, creating in the listener intrigue about the private meditations of the artist. Ijahknowah is one of those artists who has struck a chord in anyone who has heard his music. I was really looking forward to sitting down with him and holding a reasoning about his EP, Wake Up, that is having a significant impact in the roots reggae community. This is the reasoning between Kushai and Ijahknowah.
One, two, beat.
Wagwan, my general.
The goodest. We don't rate the English language like that, so we can't talk them. But what kind of bad language is that? The goodest radio show upon radio. Anyway, let me tell you something, man. You constantly raise the bar. See, I don't know about nobody else, you know. But you see when they come in with the pucker mean and the cumin and the brother. You raise the meter like you want bust the meter after the how you going, man?
Oh, Bridget, we have a strong tradition, you know. We have to recognize that, you know. You know, what go on.
Yeah, man, it's an interview. We don't do interview, you know.
Reasoning in a rasta that we say.
We don't reason, interview. We don't do whatever it takes.
Yeah. So in terms of the spark, you know, what gave rise to this creation of the EP?
All right. Good question. As I and I continue to reason and get to know each other, you will notice that I come to know that I'm always gonna give credence to the ancestors. Most of all, first of all, to life, the life source, you know, and I are the manifestation of that divine force, which is life. And then as a progenitor and a continuum is the word I like to use, is walking in the stead of those who have gone before, as we know them to be our ancestors. You know, they were here in the physical and they are now here in the spiritual. I want to keep it simple. It's not too deep. It's not too complicated. You know, as well as it is.
But hold on, make I ask you something. So you could do that every day, you know, and still don't make an EP. You can walk in the footsteps of your ancestors and still don't manifest the EP. So what is it that gave rise to you to say, you know something, I'm going to do music and I'm going to make an EP. I'm going to make this EP named Wake Up.
Well, here we go again. Give unto one what is due unto one. We're not dealing with no Caesars now. We don't know who names up. But the lead guitar player, Bumi, Milton Green, we call him Bumi. Him and his brother own a studio in New York, and they own a studio here in Georgia, Covington, Georgia. I rehearsing at Robbie's, my sound man in Lightonia, for a while with my band, you know, Brap. And he always come around. And one of the things that we have to be cognizant of is that we're always being watched by the universe, by other ones. Sometimes ones are sent to watch us for good or for bad reasons, or negative or positive reasons. And he used to play with a band. And, you know, of course, you know, band member comes and band member goes and, you know, longer play with that band. But when he was playing with the band, he used to come and watch us rehearse. For whatever reason, I don't know. He would see him come to and he would watch. And after he started playing with this band, you know, I don't know, over time we reason. I don't know how we connect with each other, but I can't recall. But I was talking to him one day and he was in Florida on vacation with his wife. He's a retired electrical engineer. And he was saying to me, he said to me, I don't know, when I'm in vacation with my family, in Florida, but when I get back to Georgia, you need to come and visit my studio. And I was asking, trying to get him to explain to me, the setup of his studio and to what level of work he do. He said, don't worry about it, man. Just because this is a brother, he don't talk a lot. He said, when I come back, I'll let you know, and then you need to come and visit my studio. And then we were reasoning, and he said to me one day, I don't remember if it was in the studio, I can't recall. He said, I've been observing you for a while. When he said that to me, it made me think. But he said, I've been observing you for a while, and he said, come and let us do some work together. And we didn't get into no terms of agreement and nothing. He said, I like your work, let's come and work. And then he went ahead and made the necessary arrangement for the engineer. I've never worked with David Rowe before, not knowing that David Rowe is one of the premier engineers that came out of Jamaica. And he was living like 5 minutes away from the studio, from where Bumi lives. It still is. And when I went to start the rehearsing process, the prepping, and they started to do the recording, David was sitting behind the console. I've seen David do live mix, like at Jerkfest, Mix Third World, and all these people. But I've never worked with him before. Like, okay, this is serious business. And then I introduced him to D-Mac, who was the vice arranger on that project. It's like, okay. So it's like, I put it out in the universe, answering your question, that I said, man, I got this work to do. And I asked the Most High and the ancestors to surround I with the right people. And then I start to see the manifestation of that. So really and truly, I think answering the question is my request to the Most High and to the ancestors was being answered at the time. I could just see that clearly as I see it now.
Right.
But yes, answering your question, yes. Word sound, prayer works. I call it, I don't even say prayer anymore, I say reverence. You put out a reverence and you put out a call to the universe, a good call to the universe. And people can put out different calls, mind you. And it's been answered, and I recognize it as such. And that in itself humble me.
Yes.
It's humbling. I take a call, and I give thanks to the Most High and to the ancestors to give I the wisdom to recognize and to know that this is what is really happening, is what is transpiring within my presence, and that humble I a lot. And yes, it is very serious work. It's very serious work. It's very serious as the breath that I breathe. So yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
And that question there, because and it's still evolving.
Yes, man.
That Prince would even introduce us, and actually it's a continuum. Everything is connected. Prince been telling me over time that I need for you. He always been telling me about Kushai. He's telling my brethren. He never even call your name. He just said, I have a brethren of a radio program in England, and you didn't even tell me that you was an artist too. Is what I'm saying?
Yes, I am. Yeah, good talks.
Yeah.
That
is the spark.
Yeah, and
the spark to continue to do the work.
Yeah, and it's a powerful thing, because I was saying, don't fight the universe, and when you put something out there, be ready for it to come back. So that's a key spark, that we should all, I suppose, embrace, on a certain level, because there's something about music for I, in that it isn't the dance hall or the stage show where everybody is singing along, or everybody's in this kind of symbiotic mood that the music create, that sticks with me with music. You know what this sticks with I about music is when you listen to music on your own in the dark. That is when music is the most powerful thing, and it's similar to us, about the universe, because it is a very personal journey, in terms of yourself and your life source, your energy, and how that connects with the universe. So very powerful. So tell us who worked on the EP.
Bumi is one of the main architects, guitar player. He owns a studio. The name of the studio is Hilltop Studio in Covington, Georgia. He do a lot of the overdubbing. He play the fills and the licks, and he play keyboards, he play bass. Very talented individual. And Delroy Thomas, who used to be with Grace Trillers, he was my music director for a while. Just got a call from him this morning too. He play guitar, he play bass, he play keyboards. Very talented individual. Kenny Bowman, my lead guitar player. Young brother. He play rhythm and he play lead and he do background vocals. And then you have Ray Felix, my bass player, is from Dominica. He play percussion, he play bass, and he do background. And you got Ryan Wilson. He's from Virgin Islands. The Black Diamond band he used to play with Culture. He play on two of the tracks. And the drummer is Johannes. He's from Antigua. I think he's from Antigua. He played the drums on all, live drums on all of the EP, all of the songs on the EP. And you have D-Mac. I know you know D-Mac. D-Mac is the vocal arranger. And of course, you know, engineering you have. And you have a sister. She also, we call her Miss Precious. She also do background for me, for us on that project as well. And who am I missing? Of course, David do the live recording, and he do the mixing and the mastering. And Bumi do recording too, dubbing, overdubbing, engineering. And I think that's pretty much. I hope I'm not missing out anybody.
Yeah. Well, if anyone comes to mind, you know, cause sometimes.
I don't want to. And of course, it was mastered by Chris Daly.
Yeah,
of course.
Big up Chris.
Jamaica, Chris Daly. Yeah, so yes, all top shelf people. Just some top class people. And the vibe was so surreal. One of the things that I like about it, that whole experience there, that whole liberty. There's no ego in the room. You know, it was a labor of love, and they just put in the work night and day, no complaint. You know, it was a divine mission. And I give thanks to the Most High and to everyone that participate. And like I say, if I omit anyone by not calling their name right now, it was not deliberate. I should have made a list of everybody's name, and I don't want to left out. No, I don't want to leave no one out. You know.
Yeah, and I wanted to say that, you know, when you're making music or with any other project, there are sometimes some people who are on the periphery of things, you know, but they still make it happen. You know, I can remember me in the studio with Prince and Dean Fraser and some whole heap of man, and we were hungry, you know. And man, they for go a shop, for go buy food, buy our lunch, you know, and we just chump up some money and send them go a road. But that enables us to staying in the studio and making the music and not getting distracted. You know, even down to the taxi man, we pick we up and from our house and carry go to the stage, go to the studio and so forth. All these people, they are helpful in making the thing work, you know. And sometimes you can't call all the names, you know.
I'm glad you say that, because, you know, we have a tendency to, like you said, to leave out. They want to call them incorporate ancillary. They are not ancillary. They are an integral part of the whole operation.
Same.
And I have to big up all the wives and the girlfriends, and, you know, who behind the scenes support their husbands and their boyfriends and partners for all the late nights that we spend, you know, working.
Yes, man.
You see what I'm saying? So
yes,
their support are invaluable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So yes, big up the wife and the family members who live with these musicians, because we know easy, you know, as musicians, you know, at 2 o'clock in the morning, we are get up with something, we are blazing and we fire, and you say, where you get up for?
Yeah.
Well, you can't
Yeah.
sleep. You're pregnant with it, you know, you can't sleep. So we big up all of the family members of the musicians them. Um Influences in terms of the EP, may not, you know, were there any influences, or, you know, what influenced your approach in whether it's songwriting or singing, presentation, or feel of the EP?
Influences over the years. There are certain musicians and artists that I really, really like. You know, definitely the first name is gonna come to mind is Peter Tosh. I that's just my personal vibration on that. You know, I'm not gonna say opinion, especially a vibration. I like his clarity, his forthrightness. He don't have a lot of fills. He cut through the chase, and like I said, his enunciation is very clear. I have up until this day, I have problem listening to an artist a presentation that I have to listen too hard. The enunciation, they don't articulate, and they don't speak very clearly. It's a lot of mumbo jumbo stuff, and I have problem with that. As a person that I like over the years, so much so, my first daughter, you know, I name her off of this artist, and it's Nina Simone. I really like Nina Simone. You know, she's, like I said, Peter Tosh and Nina Simone are two of the artists to me that I think until this day are ahead of their time.
Miss Baltimore, man.
You know, they are ahead of their time. Yeah. And there's another artist, I'm gonna call his name, and most people probably in our genre don't know of him, but I think he's phenomenal. He's he's just great. He's a brother named Gil Scott Aaron.
Pieces of a man.
You know, Winter in America.
Remember So for those, like 1 second there, for those who don't know, Gil Scott Aaron should look him up, because he is considered the forerunner to both neo soul and rap music. What go on, Ijahknowah?
No, Gil Scott is a phenomenal musician. He reminds me of the flip side of Peter Tosh. He's phenomenal. I love Phil Bakute. I love Joseph Hill.
Whoa, of culture.
I like Count Ozzy, Mystic Revelation of Rastafari, Ras Michael, and the Sons of Negus.
Yeah.
And one artist come out of Jamaica that I don't know that a lot of people talk about, Delroy Wilson.
Oh yes, man. Then
Delroy Wilson.
You know, since I beat too much I want it.
His clarity, his enunciation.
Yeah.
Man, I can listen to Delroy Wilson all day long, man. It's clear, it's clean.
Yeah, man. Jamaica first child superstar.
You know, I love Delroy Wilson. And there's some other people that I listen to, you know, they do some works. But, of course, Bob, I came on to Bob later on, because Peter Tosh was always. And that's just my personal liking. You know, Peter Tosh, to me, is a light years of this time, musically, because I don't see a lot of people, you know, that, you know, take work as seriously as Peter Tosh.
So, make I ask you something now? Make I ask you something?
He has been maligned and undermined for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, it's just my opinion, Peter Tosh was so much ahead of his time.
So what is it? Where do you see Peter in this EP?
I hope it's not just Peter, but is a conglomeration of all.
Yeah,
of
no. What I ask you specifically, is there anything in reflection? Because sometimes an artist, you know, you create a product, you know, and later on when you sit down and you listen, you say, whoa, you know, so when I sing that, or when I write that, or when I play that, I can see such and such in it now, you know. Is there anything in this EP that you say, yeah, that's kind of a little Peter thing there?
I see Peter touching Free Up Fighter and the title cut. I Wake Up.
Okay.
You know, I see Peter Tosh doing Wake Up or Free Up Fighter.
Right.
You know, those two cuts right there. I see a reflection of Peter Tosh.
Yeah, for real. Now you say it, I can't see, you know. Beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
Peter Tosh. I want free up, right?
And I do it martial arts, no.
Yeah, after Peter Touch, I do a free up fighter. Man, I don't like to see him come forward and do a free up fighter. Peter Touch style. You know?
Beautiful.
Dang! 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 Dang!
Oh, not now go left on the stage, man. When him done the stage,
You know,
mash up.
uncompromising Peter Hubert back in touch the book. You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's
I love Peter Tosh, man. I love Peter Tosh.
yeah,
And of course, Burning Spear. There's some other people, but trust me, Peter Tosh is always gonna be Peter Tosh. And the thing about it is realness, that rawness.
Yeah, man. Uncompromising.
Non-compromising, in your face.
Yeah, man.
I love Peter Tosh. I love Peter Tosh, and I also love Mary Makiba. I love Mary Makiba too.
Yeah, Miriam. Oh yes, man.
Maria Makiba.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. She up there, man.
Yeah, man.
And it's good to see that, you know, over the years there has been energy put into raising the profile and remembering people and ones about Peter Tosh, because, you know, Bob get a lot of the press, but, you know, Bonnie and Peter, as well as Carly and Family Man, you know, these people need to be promoted.
Yeah, I like Bonnie got some vibes, especially when he put out that first album. And it was that Black Heart, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a phenomenal album.
Yeah, man.
And then Prince plays with him for many years, and Prince telling me that he have a lot of other works that he do, but I don't know, that album is so mystic.
Yeah,
you know, and I don't probably go deep into the research of Bonnie Wailer, but I don't think, to me personally, I don't think, I don't know. I just want to say that's the best work I think Bonnie Wailer have ever done, personally.
Yeah, man. Great artist, man. And you know, there's a lot that they've done that they've not been credited for, that sometimes the public don't know. So we hope more information comes through from the family members who are promoting Bonnie's works and Peter Tosh works. In a couple of sentences, I'm going to ask you about each track. If you could say concisely what it is the track is meant to be conveying, what it is you're trying to communicate to the listening public.
All right.
Start with Papi Show, Mascot.
Hey, John. Where's the tune again? Papi Show, Mascot. Hear this now. Good day. Laughing stock. Oh, what a joke. Papi Show, Mascot. In Africa, Papi Show, Mascot. In the Americas, Papi Show, Mascot. In Europe, Papi Show, Mascot. In the Caribbean. What are you drifting? This a crucial time. Say, why are you sleeping at this hour? I ask. What are you drifting? This a crucial time. Say, why are you sleeping at this hour? Dressing up like clowns, acting a fool. There is no time to be cool fool. Every day wearing your designer clothes, weighing down my jewelry and trinkets, driving them expensive cars. Yet you know you won't get far. Don't you know you're set up for a for all? Papi Show, Mascot. In Africa, Papi Show, Mascot. In the Americas, Papi Show, Mascot. In Europe, Papi Show, Mascot. In the Caribbean. What are you?
You're listening to an interview with Rasco Shy and Ijahknowah about his new EP, Wake Up.
All right, let me backtrack a little bit, if I may. The type of music that Ijahknowah do, I should have said this from initial stage, but everything is relative. Using roots rock reggae music as a healing modality to heal, uplift, educate, enlighten, and empower our people, my people, and hopefully by extension, the global community, right? But my people, as a Garveyite, as a naturalist, as a race first man, I say my people. I'm definitely geared towards my people. Is what I'm saying, and I'm going forward to Peter touch.
Yeah.
Peter said this: the music as an instrument, right? To heal, to uplift, to educate, to enlighten, but to speak or to be the voice of the voiceless, the underprivileged and the downpressed. It's what I'm saying. So of course, Papi Show mascot. I've seen a lot of things and a lot of norms in our community as a people and in our race that is very disturbing to I man spirit. And in this particular song, Papi Show mascot, I try to address specifically to my people my concern and my disapproval of certain things that I've seen that is detrimental to us as royal people.
Cause you try, who control the dope you like to smoke, who are investing in the prison shit sim,
you can name some and you have those things in brief. What are these things that you think you find disappointing? Name some of these things.
Disheartening to say, I wouldn't say disappointing, but disheartening and degrading to our people. You know, when I said seeking attention, wanting approval, following a trend, you cannot comprehend, as we spoke about the Tavistock Institute.
Yeah.
A lot of these behaviors and norms that our people.
Yeah, but what are the things, man? Name the things, man. What are these things that you are seeing in your people? Tell the public what are these things that you see, that you feel.
I see the cooling and buffoonery and the jewelry and the clothing.
But I just want to kind of get you, what it is, some of these things that are not sitting well with you, that our people are doing. So the saggy pants is one thing. What else are they doing that you think maybe you can do something a little bit more empowering for yourself rather than doing that? What are the things?
Like the jewelry, like I said before.
Okay, so you mean wearing rings, wearing earrings, wearing chains and stuff, or do you mean excessive?
Excessive.
Okay.
Excessive and
right.
The cooling. Just the dumb foolery and the foolishness. To me, it's very repulsive to I. To be honest, so there's no modesty. There's no self-respect, and just the way they're behaving, like I said, seeking attention, wanting approval.
Right.
They set up for all. Papi Show mascot in Africa. Papi Show mascot in the Americas. Papi Show mascot in Europe. Papi Show mascot in the Caribbean. What are you drifting this?
Okay, yes. So what about Wake Up? Tell us about that track.
Which was, man, you're so on point, because I was getting ready to go straight into Wake Up, the title cut. Because I was just it's a continuum. You see what I'm saying? Because it said, if they control your mind, they'll control your thoughts. And if they control your thoughts, they control your actions, prompting you to take their bait to lead you to self-destruction. To me, that is so self-explanatory. And you and I was reasoning earlier on where, we talk about the school shit sim, preparing your mind for manipulation.
If it makes sense, we have to go and do it,
Hear what I man say. Right now. But each and every day I say, oh people now. Here I say, freedom. Rasta
these people do serious analytical tests and research. And they already know when they put out a poison in our community what the end result is going to be.
If they control your thoughts, they can control your actions. Prompting you to take their baits that will lead you to self-destruction. It's a self-defeating self-destruction.
The number one pusher of drugs and violence is the so-called government. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's the pharmaceutical or otherwise.
Manipulation, the malice, the demon and the beast, to rape, ravage and feast. So wake up, people.
Queen Africa said it. She said, private sector is the new enslaver or the new slave master. I've said, sister, you're almost on point, but you're missing it somewhat. You're missing the target somewhat, because the private sector, the bankers, and the corporation has always been the enslaver.
What would be evidence that the people have woke up? Because one of the things for me, for instance, and I'm not picking on the women here, but is they wouldn't be wearing weaves.
Material that is being used to make the weaves and the eyelashes and all that type of stuff, and the chemicals,
bleaching
is very detrimental. Yes, it's very detrimental to their well-being.
The processed food is another one.
Yes. Yes.
Leaving your children with childminders.
Yes.
At a very young, impressionable age, when the brain and the mind is being formed. All these things are things that I think we would hope that people would look at differently.
Yes, and
if they are waking up.
Yes,
I would hope that we're going to go on to dog, eat dog now, but I would hope that one of the outcomes of waking up is a deeper interest in Africa and willing to go to Africa on vacation, even for example, because people go to Cancun, they go Mexico, then go Belize, Bahamas, then go other European places, but they don't want to go to Africa. So hopefully, waking up means, there's nothing wrong with me actually. Booking a flight and going to Africa.
Myself, I'm looking forward to setting foot on the continent.
Okay, so Dog Eat Dog. Tell us about that track.
Like I said, dual polarity, negative and positive. We just say we have to be more vigilant and to be careful. As Bob Marley said it, to keep the friend close, but to keep the enemy closer, because sometimes the worst enemy is the one that is closest to you, because they know everything. And just don't look through the third, just to your literal eye, but through the third and fourth and fifth dimension.
I could call it bad mind for it to be more computable to some. Is that I hear many artists talk about bad mind and so don't trust your friends and all of them something. But they themselves are doing wrong.
Yes, I glad you even bring that up, because this is stuff that even me and cousin them discuss all the time. I listen to a lot of the song coming out of Jamaica and the lyrical content and the way it is written and constructed. And I hear, a lot of negative energy coming out of these songs and projecting out of these songs, Bad Mind and Obi and Friend or Kill Friend. And I just figure out another way to deal with it.
I be wrong, I say, doggy dog world. Can't trust no one hearing Bobby wrong.
Just be vigilant and be more critical in your thoughts. Just know that let's try and just maintain a balance.
Any significant challenges in creating the EP?
You asked that question. I don't think it's anything that would be different or unusual or exclusive to Ijahknowah and the Wake Up Project. To me, the most challenging thing was to get all the musicians on the same page as far as time scheduling, because of the stress of this society and society norms, and obligations and so-called responsibilities. But other than that, and that is challenging even for myself at times.
So it was the logistics of getting the musicians to be there on time. That was the biggest challenge.
To me, that was the biggest challenge. Yes.
The Blood.
Yes.
Tell us about that track.
The blood. The blood is everything. The blood is equal to the oxygen that we breathe. The vampires, the energy vampires, the blood-sucking vampires, they as quiet as it kept, they like a lot of the vampires, they like to see the blood. That's why you have wars and all these type of things, because a lot of people, they strive on that type of stuff.
Run the track. For a long time, a very long time, such a long time. I see the blood of my people is the lifeline, the substance of the beast. They have been shedding the blood of my people. They are sucking the blood of my people. Oh, it's the nature of the beast, nature of the beast, shedding the blood of my people.
But we talk about Palestine, but we don't hear anybody talking about the people who are bringing the guns into Jamaica. Why so much bloodletting in Jamaica? Who's talking about what is going on in the Congo? When you can turn up people against themselves.
Yes, sir.
There's some serious psychological warfare, that man.
They devise all kinds of weapons, then using them to kill my people. Some are famous, dangerous, and deadly weapons. ICBW, chemical and biological weapons, like hate.
So, yeah, and to one of the favorites of I which is Free Up Fight, and I say favorites very hesitantly because I could have put 3 or 4 favorites, which I have. Tell us about that song.
Well, I said, and one day I was thinking to myself after I had the song written, how can you be free and dumb?
The mouths of the wise teach knowledge, but the lips of the fool talking foolishness. Almighty, me not like them hypocrites, me not like them parasites. Them scheme by day, them plot by night, striving on the plight of the poor and the sufferers. Oh, Jah know them a backstabbers, Jah know them vampires. Cause I'm a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter.
That is not logical to I said that's a misnomer. Like Peter told say you can't understand. You be under there all of us understand all the time.
Yeah.
And it's overstand. I said no. I have to change. And it's an elevation of thought.
It's a very well written song, man, and the arrangements and everything really well made.
We give thanks to the musicians, give thanks to Bummy and Brother Deli, and actually Ryan played the bass on that song. 2 songs Ryan said, I don't know why I have to play the bass on these 2 songs. And he's like, Ijahknowah, please, when he said, anytime you're gonna go to the studio, man, to do this recording, man, I wanna play the bass on that song, bro. Free Up Fighter and Papi Show Mascot. You know, and he did. You know, the Most High and the ancestors will let it be. Would have it that he play bass on them 2 tracks, you know.
Joyfully, forgive thanks to that, man. Well arranged, man.
And the musicians, they come together and mold, and I have to give it up to Bummy and David Rowe and everyone that participated. D-Mac, you know, for the vocal arrangement, you know, and Brother Deli, you know, they're genius. All of them musicians are genius, man. I'm telling you, they're genius. And the energy and the vibe was so calm, and there's no ego, you know, and that's why it came out like that, you know. So we give thanks. Give thanks to the universe, we give thanks to the ancestors, we give thanks to everyone. The spirit of the ancestors. Peter was there watching us, man. So, you know, we have to keep it.
Yeah.
You're listening to an interview with Rascal Shy and Ijahknowah about his new EP, Wake Up.
And the final track, Praise Jah.
Of course, like everything else, you know, we have to give divine reverence.
Let everything that liveth give thanks and praise unto the Most High. Mother, Father, Father, Mother, earth, sea, and sky. Yes, Praise Jah, people. You woke up this morning. Give thanks to the Almighty. It's great to be alive in this Gilead. Put your all in it now, let's go.
Prayer time, y'all.
I woke up this morning and I see the shining sun. I lift up my voice and I praise Almighty Jah. The earth, sea and sky declare the glory of Jah. The firmament showing the handiwork. So I pray, yes I pray. Pray to Jah Almighty every day. Yes I pray. Every day I pray. To Jah I pray. Almighty I pray. Every day I pray.
So before we leave and we end this reasoning, if ones and ones want to find out where to come and see Ijahknowah live or purchase any merchandise or CDs, is there a place? Can they go on the website and get updated?
Yes, on the website we have a commerce section on the website that has already been set up. You know.
Well, may I ask you to keep eye in the loop so I can let the listeners know? I will let the listeners know as to when things have come online and they're available. Any shows, any merchandise, vinyl presses of the EP or any other songs. You know, you let us know and we will let the public know.
So I do several events. But the one that I'm really focusing on right now, since 2016, 2017, is CRC.
Okay.
And pay attention to this, everyone. Conscious Reggae Concert, CRC. We have a new theme that we're working on right now. and it's so integral and so important to our survival as a people, is family unity. The unity among us as a family, as a global family.
Okay.
So the theme of the concert series that we're going to be running, CRC concert series, the theme that we're going to be maintaining for a while is Family Unity Fest. More about this and the one, Kushai 1-2 Beat and other radio stations in Jamaica, Irie FM and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, the way our show here in Atlanta, all over. It's going to be, it's out now. So watch out, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, man. Big up we and all. Big
all
up
right.
Irie FM family who are supporting the project. Gotta thank you
very
much, Ijahknowah. I'm a big fan of your music. It's a pleasure to represent your music on the show, and I really have to thank you for making yourself available for this reasoning. Give thanks, my brother.
It's a duty, and before I go, I want to give thanks again for some more people, like my fleshy them, of course, Prince and Judy are the Manning brothers, you know, Jadi, the elder in Jamaica, Bingy Blaze, Russ Igel, Cherry Natural, you know, DJ Amber from Irie FM, DJ Talia Powers from Irie FM, you know, Empress Tishinge, Brother David in Jamaica, Courtney Walters. There's a whole lot of people behind the scene. And of course, all of the members of BRAP, you know, the musicians, and all those that have worked with us up until this time, and those will work with us in the future. We give thanks for them.
Yeah,
and
man.
We say, more love, more respect. One.
Blessed every time, my brother. Walk good.
Yeah. See you to you, beloved. Give thanks.
And there you have it. Ijahknowah walking us through the courageous journey that resulted in the EP. Wake Up. Hope you full enjoyed it. Until the next time, walk good.